Alright, so again, I know the game's been out for a while, but I feel like I still need to warn you about the spoilers, as I will go over story elements of Act 2 and Act 3. So before I get into the Act 3 stuff right away, I need to talk about Will Ravengard. He is not someone that I have mentioned in both of my previous videos. Why? Because at the time it didn't matter, and I am a poor and unexperienced storyteller. But somehow, even though he only ever was at my camp, I managed to finish all of the achievements related to his character, and they all happen in the third act. So here's the main thing you need to know about him. Will is the son of Duke Ravengard. He is the man I forgot to mention that got tadpole last video. He has a contract with the devil, Mizora. He was supposed to hunt and kill Karlach for her, though there was a bunch of other things in the past, but hey. By the way, Karlach is another potential teammate that I have omitted to mention, but she'll be the focus of another video, so don't worry about it. And lastly, he broke his contract and was turned into a tiefling. This was not as a punishment because he let Karlach live. There's more to the character, but those are the main points. So, moving on. I thought that right at the beginning of Act 3, I would be in Baldur's Gate, but I end up in a village called Rivington, and there's a lot to talk about this place. First, it is overrun with refugees, and the locals are not too happy about it. It creates a lot of tensions and anger, and the fact that the father of the local church was murdered recently, it doesn't help at all, as a lot of people believe that a refugee did it. So this is something we'll have to investigate. Another thing is the circus is in town, with clowns, musicians, and many more other entertainers. I'll have to check it out. I found where Scratch is from. Not much I can say about that place, well, at least that I discovered. I also found a group of people that all of their children were kidnapped by vampires, and, well, they seek revenge, so naturally, I took responsibility to help them too. On the other side of the town, there's a guarded bridge that I just cannot pass, and a beach area just below it. There's way more to this place, but I'd be here all day if I was to talk about every little thing. So what happened? What did I do? Honestly, I was a little bit overwhelmed by everything. I was going left and right, not knowing what I want to focus on, and in the end, it felt like I did nothing. I don't think I gave an opinion on this game so far, but if it wasn't obvious, I really love this game. However, this segment really fell off for me. But to summarize what I've done, I went to the circus and not much has happened. Went to see the refugee camp, made my way into the food supply, and triggered a bomb. Yeah, turns out someone is trying to kill the refugees, and I found the source of it, but I already killed the man in question, so there wasn't much to do there. Oh, and look, 100 books read. I checked out the church and found a basement and potential clues of the murder. Nah, actually, I found the culprits, and they are shapeshifters. Now the killer could be anyone, so amazing. I went back to the circus because maybe there would be more clues there, and turns out my instinct was right. All of the clowns are also shapeshifters, so amazing. Afterwards, I made a small trip to the beach. I met with Aaron, and after that I killed what I believe were some bad guys. Not sure. Anyway, that is the gist of what I did in Rivington. As I found a sneaky jump I can do on the bridge, just to get past the guards, just to realize that I have to keep investigating murders. It's not over. And not gonna lie, at this point I was low-key checked out of not feeling like I was doing anything, so I was only going from quest marker to quest marker. But I did pay extra attention when I went to them, that place. Yeah, there's a bunch of TikToks about this nice place, man. Anyway, not too long after, I got stuck again by a guarded bridge. And this time, the solution wasn't as easy. I did find an interesting way to skip it, I guess, but yeah. I thought it was clever going around, passing through the underground prison, but as soon as I got out, I was greeted by the people in the fortress. And they even invited me to a ceremony that was happening. And this is where we meet Gortash. He is just about to become Archduke of Baldur's Gate. He seems very much aware of who we are, but also why we are here. And he has a proposition for us. We find and kill Orin, we keep both of the stones, and rule over Baldur's Gate with him. And even after trying to read his thoughts, his facial expression, and whatever, it really seems like it's genuine. So I accepted with the intention of betraying him later. Once the ceremony is done, Mizra wants to have a word with us. She claims to be aware of what will happen of Will's father, and she wants to talk about it at the camp. But when we go back there and actually initiate a conversation with her, turns out she tricked us. Trying to play on her feelings, she offers us to either take the information and extend Will's contract with her, or give up on the info and free Will from her chains. And I should mention, she does say that it might be a matter of life or death for the Duke. But I did choose to not have the info and free Will, as it was gonna give me the loophole achievement. The next day I finally reached Baldur's Gate. And I'm going to be real with you. There is no way that I've seen and done everything, because I know that I haven't done everything on purpose for future playthroughs. So if I skip stuff, it's simply because I haven't done it, it wasn't very important to me, or there was no achievements related to it. So the first thing I did was to find the Elfsong Tavern and get myself a bedroom. I talked to an investigator in the neighboring room because we are still trying to solve murder cases, and turns out there's a list I found, a list of names, that might just be potential victims. So we start going around the town, we find bodies, we start warning others of the danger, and we even have the chance to save one on the spot. Then I took some time to dig up some graves and got the Dig for Victory achievement. Among other things I've done, I went to the library that Gale wanted to go to, and there's a powerful wizard. And he wants the Night Song, for scientific reasons. No, for real, he wants the to no, for real, he wants to harness her powers. So I kicked his ass after multiple attempts.
Yes. Oh.
Outside of that, I've talked to a lot of villagers and didn't find much. But eventually I did find an old hideout. It used to be the Emperor's. Speaking of which, I might have slept with the men in question for the achievement, right? Yeah, it was for the achievement, nothing else. After finding out who the murderer was and getting him killed, my investigation didn't stop there. It actually led me to an old enemy of this city, Servok. He was the enemy in Baldur's Gate 1 and a potential companion in the second game. I definitely didn't Google that. I killed him and moved on finding Aren because she's the one I need. She's the one with the stones. It took me a moment, but I found the Baal Temple in the area with my favorite interaction.
What's the name of that river down there?
Wizard called it the Sewer.
So I entered the temple and easily make my way to Aren. After a small exchange, she turned into a beast and we started a fight. I didn't think I would make it through on my first attempt, but somehow I did. And I even killed her fast enough that the cultists didn't finish the chant.
Nice.
With my second stone now in hand, I went to Gortash. I didn't beat around the bush, man. I attacked him right away. And quickly regretted that one. The number of traps in his room is crazy. I got my ass kicked so many times. And the guardian robots, dude, they're just one-shot you, man. It's insane. Anyway, I did learn something while I was there, though. The source of power of the robots all comes from a control room. And so I scoured the city until I found a facility where they all made. I discovered quickly that the ones building the machines there are enslaved gnomes. And so because I really want to try to help, I made my way to one that was isolated and told him what's up. He tells me that they all wear colors, I will kill them, disobey, and this and that, but he is ready to help if we save his daughter from the underwater prison. And so this is another thing I gotta find now. Well, you should have seen my face when I realized that the only way to go to the underwater prison was by a submarine. Honestly, I was not expecting technology like that in this game, because so far everything has been pretty much medieval-esque, I guess, but you enter Baldur's Gate and there's just an army of giant robots and a submarine, and I don't know, it felt a little bit out of place, but still, it was kinda nice. So I get in the submarine and make my way down the prison. Gortash is made aware of what I'm doing, and so he Skype calls me. He says,
I'll kill you! I'll kill all of you!
I said,
Okay.
and so he blows up the underwater facility, And now I'm on limited time to save everyone. Oh, look, it's the Duke. I save him, and Miss Ra doesn't like that one bit. She's trying to kill me, or at least slow me down, but she doesn't succeed. Still, I save the man. And as soon as he sees a son in a tiefling form, he doesn't waste any time to not be grateful, man. But Will connects his mind with his father's, shows him why he actually made a deal with the devil, and he understands. Honestly, I only mention all of that because later at the camp, the Duke starts talking about a dragon that lives under Whimsrock prison, the big fortress where Gortash got him. And that dragon could help us in our quest. So I go back to Gortash's place, and this time I kill him. I make sure he's dead, man. And I got my third stone. I technically could finish the game now and then, but side questing is kind of fun in this game. Alright, so the dragon. I find the entrance of his lair, and honestly this made me question how many other hidden entrances I might have missed throughout my entire playthrough. I'm gonna have to look out for that, honestly. Anyway, I went through the trials, and then I find a corpse of a dragon. Maybe I'm too late, man. Maybe the dragon can't help us that much. Oh, wait, still. I managed to communicate with him telepathically or something? I don't know. And then I learned that the dragon and the emperor used to work together. They used to be like best buddies, man. But the mind flayer betrayed him. And so I guess he's just gonna try to kill us now. Honestly, it was kind of a hard fight, man. But I managed to kill him mid-flight, and it granted me the crash landing achievement.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Afterwards, I did a bunch of other things, like trying to go to hell, but I ended up giving up. I visited Cazador Palace too, and did some cleaning. It was pretty dusty, and I got rid of a bunch of corpses, and among those corpses were the children of the guys from Rivington, and they were not so happy about it, so I also cleaned them out. Yeah. Anyway, I pretty much did the same too at the House of Grief. This one was a tiny bit more filthy. I mean, there was lots of baggages in the way, and also a god, so yeah. Still came out of that place clean. I did a few more things, but these two were the main ones, man. At that point, I was excited to finally see the end of my journey, as I also reached max level. I tracked down where the brain was located, and yeah, it was somewhere under the city this entire time. Just waiting for orders, I guess. I don't know. Oh wait, no! It's trying to abduct us. Alright, I'm jumping a bit ahead here, but turns out that the mother brain has planned everything since the beginning. From the moment it got captured to now, the moment we bring the stones back to it, it planned everything. Luckily, the Emperor saves us from the trap. However, now the plans have changed. The mother brain, well, has evolved into what they call now nether brain, which is a much stronger version of the brain. And so to fight it, our friendly mind player proposed that I fully turn into one myself. It would greatly increase my powers. And after consulting my party, I decided to do it. In the meantime, the Netherbrain didn't waste a second. It unleashed its army on Baldur's Gate. Many citizens that were previously infected are now turning to mind flayers. There's so many vessels in the sky, man, that are just abducting more and infesting more citizens too. And so by the time my party arrived, most of the city was already destroyed. I didn't waste time and made my way to a meeting with every important leaders. They weren't eased by my new look, but they are all ready to help and follow me into battle. And so the next segment is very interesting. As you enter war with the Netherbrain's army, there's pretty much every type of enemies there. It is crazy. You don't even see the bar of enemies, how long it is. You have to scroll. And at first I was a little bit confused because how on earth am I gonna beat them all with just 5 characters? But then I realized that I can summon allies too. I can make the bar of players a little bit longer. And the person you can actually summon are people that you saved, helped, or recruited during your playthrough. This is a way that the game rewards you from exploring and doing a bunch of side quests, which was cool. But the fight does take a while. And if you wipe, it's gonna take even longer. But I managed to overcome them. Still, the road isn't over yet. we still need to climb a tower to get to the root of the brains. And that tower is on for tons of mind players. But I pushed through, man. I really want to finish the game. And so when I arrive at the brain, I take a deep breath and I make my way up. One more fight and it's over, right? Well, I'm instantly met with mind flayers. The brain also summons 4 entities that copies the classes of my party. And on top of that, there is a mind-controlled red dragon. It's promising to be a great battle. And so I take my first step on the brain, and what do you know? Tentacles also spawns. No need to say that I got my ass kicked over and over and over, and that one time I reached the other side of the brain and I thought everything would be over. I learned that I had to channel the stones to open a portal in the crown. Man, another wipe. And so in between wipes, at some point I had an idea. I tried to kill the red dragon to see if it would give me the achievements. And it did, so nice. But after a night of wiping, I had to take a break. I slept it off, and then the next day, while I was at work, that's when it hit me. I could just not fight. Just like I did in the second hack, I could maybe sneak my way around. But how do you do that in an open area? Well, I can say one thing. I'm a lazy dumbass that doesn't very much use every tool he has. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that my inventories were full of practical items, such as, I don't know, invisible potions. So if I could chug 4 potions turn 1, not get hit by any AoE or attacks of some sort, then channel the stones undetected, I could maybe win. Yeah, I pulled that off. But what I didn't know is that there was yet another fight. Past the portal, the brain is waiting for us, doing big waves of damages and destroying the platform that we need to stand on to fight. But I was so close of the end, I was not gonna let that stop me. Because now that I had expanded my brain, I opened my inventory again. And I got the big damage. Honestly, I wish I could describe how crazy, how epic my last fight was. But honestly, it was just a spam of scrolls and just big damage attack. And it was done.
Oh, nice, it's dead. It still gives you XP, and that's crazy.
At the end, it does give you the choice of harnessing the brain's power, finish the fight for good. And so I decided to kill the brain, getting the good ending. The city was saved. Everyone's alive. Y'all ends well. At the end, I do get my last 3 achievements of this playthrough. Hero of the Forgotten Realms for killing the brain. Cerimorphus for killing the brain as a mind flayer. And All's Wells That Ends Well for simply finishing the game. Alright, I know usually there's a hard cutoff, I swap the music, put some gameplay, but this is the last video of this playthrough, so I just feel like it's fitting to watch the credits and have this music playing. So, yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this one. I tried to add a little bit more things and this and that, but I am aware it's not without flaws. The entire trilogy is kind of a mess, not gonna lie, just like looking back at some of the decisions I've made or like some stuff I put in the script. I feel like it's a mess. It's messy, and I know going into 2024, I want to change up some things with the format of video I'm doing, and I'm gonna explain that a little bit more in the next video which by the way will probably be my last video of 2023. I do want to enjoy my holidays, but there'll be more on that on the next video. So I know it's kind of a long video, and honestly I didn't think at some point I would finish it, but I feel like this is a hurdle as always. Whenever I do like long ass video like that, it's I get too distracted. Like I watch streams, I watch YouTube, I try to like learn new stuff, I play other games and this and that, and yeah, there's gonna be, speaking of playing games, there's gonna be a lot of things because I have other things prepared already, but it's, I don't know, there's so much stuff I want to do, so many games I want to play, and like there's so many shorts I post of games that are not even like that has even achievements. Anyway, yeah, okay, I'm rambling here, but yeah, I genuinely hope you guys are enjoyed. I genuinely hope you guys enjoy these videos. Put a lot of time into it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Peace.